Hey, welcome to the Strong Roots podcast. My name is Kristin Hill, and we are so excited that you're tuning in today. Our prayer is that you would move one step closer to Jesus through this series. So go ahead and check out this next episode. Hey, Strong Roots. I'm here with Belstra, and we are in our What I Wish I Would Have Known Sooner season, and I respect Belstra so much. I could listen to him for hours, so I know you're going to enjoy listening to him as well. I'm excited to learn more about what you wish you would have known sooner. So I'm just going to start out with the question in regards to what you wish you would have known. Just that. Like, what is the biggest thing when you look back on your life you wish you would have known sooner?
Wow. That one's
a whopper.
It's a whopper. And thing that jumped out that I wish I'd known. I sometimes wish I had known more about what God was going to put me in front of. That maybe I could have prepared better for. And that's life, L-I-F-E. You know, what comes at you is what you got, and then it's how you address it.
Yeah.
You know, from a business standpoint, sometimes people have said, "Well, you guys had a great business plan on that," and I look at them and say, "No, that we're the Abby Normal.
Yeah.
We did not. We did to some extent. I don't mean to downplay that, but." We always wanted to just put ourselves in a position so when something occurred, we could respond.
Okay.
You know, and I think sometimes that's what I like is being in a more flexible role. So like when somebody calls you and says, "Will you do one of these things?" and you go, "Oh no," you know, it's like. Well, okay.
Yeah.
It's not going to be life-threatening, so it's and maybe get a chance to grow and learn a little bit and share. So, yeah, there's times when I wished I knew more of the facts, but maybe then again that was not a plus.
Yeah.
Because had you known everything, then maybe you would have biased your opinion, and as opposed to just saying, "Yeah, okay, I get the basic concept. Let's go with this. Let's learn. It's an adventure, right?"
Yes.
So, if somebody puts something in front of you and you're not necessarily comfortable with, which is a lot of times in life, if you're perfectly honest, give it a go.
Absolutely. I love that. So, how about in regards to following Jesus?
Oh boy.
What do you wish you would have known sooner?
I wish that he would have made me more disciplined in studying him, because that's something that to this day I still struggle with, making myself quiet. And you've heard me say that before.
Yes.
Sitting down. I'm one of those people, when I wake up in the morning, my motor's running. I wake up and I'm already thinking about this and this and this and this and this. So, but that's also the best time of the day. Nobody else is up and about in our house. So it's really the best time for a quiet time.
Yes.
And so to grab yourself a cup of coffee and sit down and pray and read, he's still working on me there. You know?
Yeah.
So that would be something I could definitely say in that category.
Absolutely. How do you study Jesus?
I try and find, I use the Bible app.
Yeah.
I like that. Never thought I would, but I really do. I was always
paper.
Yeah, and Marta's that way. She loves the smell of a book, you know, and to read it, you know, and I was always that way too, but I've gotten into the digital thing, and it's, because it's always handy, it's always with you. So, you know, you pull it out and you can read it. And there's times when I don't do it every day, and so then, all right, I got to do it. The trick is not to push yourself to do 2 days worth and rush through it, because then you didn't get out of it what you should have got.
Yes.
And that too is a struggle. So there.
Absolutely.
But and there's some days when things really come through more than others.
Yes.
Sometimes you read it and you go, yeah, okay, but it didn't touch you.
Yes.
And other days, for the oddest reason, it does.
Mm-hmm.
Or sometimes during the day, you're doing something, and all of a sudden your mind will reference back to what you read that morning. Oh. Okay.
I love that.
Mm-hmm. But sometimes, and those are really kind of special because they, okay, I see what you were trying to tell me today. So
yes,
keeps you humble.
Absolutely. I love that, and I love those moments because he is speaking to us. So how about with parenting? What do you wish you would have known sooner?
Oh boy. I'll use the word adventure again too, because that's what parenting is, and because it's constantly changing and morphing from raising them to sitting back and watching them grow now with their kids.
Yeah.
But I wish I would have been more patient.
Okay.
It's not sometimes, and both my daughters will say, yeah, that's true. But I have a wonderful spouse who, she did the bulk of, I was at work, and so she saw her responsibility as raising the kids, but we did it together. So, there was bumps. There's always bumps, but that's half of the fun too.
Patience.
Patience. Oh, baby, patience.
Have you grown in patience over
A little
the years?
better. Yeah. My role is different now than it used to be too. So that changes your patience. One thing is as you age, you teach yourself. Okay, maybe I don't need to get up on the roof to clean out the leaves out of the, I can do it, but that's a long ways down there too.
Yeah.
So you become a little smarter perhaps,
Yeah.
and you think about things a little bit more, and that's good. That's really good.
So what do you wish you would have known sooner about friendships?
That good ones are hard to find.
That's good.
And some friendships are very old and go all the way back, a long way back. And today, some of the newest friendships are probably some of the dearest.
Wow.
People I've met in the last 10 years or so.
Absolutely.
And that God exposed me to, and I'm so glad that I got to meet him because I'd never known him. It's easy to get stale.
Yeah.
In your life, and that goes back to the original thing of it's an adventure. Somebody asks you to do something. Well, it's going to take me out of my comfort zone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
Because friends help you.
Yep.
Friends won't let you down, and that's when you really truly find out who they are, and you find you have common things with them. And you want to share with them, and you can talk openly, about a lot of different things. What's the old thing? You sit down at a table on a cruise boat, with 10 people, and by the end of the evening, you found out that they know people that you know.
Yes.
Weird. How's that work? But it's true.
Yeah.
So, again, if you're open to, hey, that's kind of cool.
Yes.
Never quit learning, right?
Right. So he is a learner and he does like adventure. I love that you keep saying that word because I feel like one of the best things that he does is you can take any moment, anything, and make it an adventure. Even like you're saying historical, what is that, science?
Oh, yeah.
He likes to pull over and make it an adventure and learn all about it.
Mm-hmm.
So you live a very purpose-filled and generous life. I think so many of us as Christians and people I think should be that and want to be that. Have you always been that way? And how did you, and if not, how did you become that?
So maybe it just happens over time.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know as the person necessarily becomes deliberate about some things, but when, you know, what's the old thing? WYSIWYG? You ever heard that?
Yes.
What you see is what you get.
Yeah.
So with people, they're doing things, they're not drawing attention to them, but you see what they do?
Yes.
And you go, that's pretty cool. I think I'd like to do that.
Yes.
And so your parents, your friends teach you as
Mm-hmm.
you're going. You know, they don't make a big deal about it, but this is what we believe.
Right.
And if you have more questions, why do you believe that way?
Right.
Well, and so that opens a door for conversation, and that's where you learn and you grow, and then you think, well, that's something I want to do. I don't want to disappoint someone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And years ago in college, I about got kicked out. So I went to see the dean. And I says, I'd like to be reinstated. And he says, okay, but why? And I says, because I don't want to disappoint my parents. He says, but what about you? And I says, and I don't want to disappoint me. And so that was a turning point.
Wow.
You know, and then you know, it was kind of like God was saying, get back on the path.
Yes.
But you had to go through all of that, learning and growing and all that other stuff, and but it helped to form you, and it also makes you cognizant of when somebody else is going through the struggles. You can say, "Yeah, been there, done that."
Absolutely.
So you're not, well, you should have known better, you know,
Yes.
because that didn't do anybody good, you know.
Yeah, they already feel bad enough.
Yeah, you know, so yeah, been there, done that. It works out. Just
Absolutely.
keep at it, type of deal.
So, what's something that your parents passed down to you? Like, they're like, hey, I wish I would have known this sooner. Is there anything, any wisdom, anything they shared with you?
Oh, they shared a lot of things with you, you know, if you think about it when you're growing up.
Yeah.
But love,
Yeah.
caring for your family, caring for others, you know. My mother was a great one for, so Sunday meals. And even after Marta and I were married, you were to be at a Sunday meal or call her. And if...
What happened if you didn't?
Ooh, you got... Yeah, where were you?
Yeah.
You know, so... but Mom was always good about having somebody else around the table, inviting somebody else to join in. And that was good because that taught all of us, open your house up, bring people in. So,
Yes.
you know, she didn't say anything about it. She just showed us.
That's good.
See my point?
Mm-hmm.
So, same thing, you know. Hey, you want to come to church with us Sunday? Yeah, sit with us.
Yeah.
You know, some people, I could never ask anybody to come to church. Oh, yeah, you can.
Yes.
Yeah, you can. It's not that hard.
Yes.
And sometimes that person comes back and says, wow, thank you.
Yes.
So you never know, right?
Right.
It's an adventure.
Yes. What would your kids say if they were here that you taught them maybe through action, like you just explained with your parents?
Well, I hope they would say that they enjoyed the thrill sometimes of the unknown. Not always, because, you know, oh, man, we're going to do this again. But I think if they look back at some of the things we did, they'd say, yeah, I'm glad we did that, you know.
Absolutely.
So.
Ah, this was so good. And I think the biggest theme that I got through this is, doesn't matter what you're going through, doesn't matter what God's putting in front of you, choose to view it as the adventure that He has given you.
Mm-hmm.
And to trust Him and to follow Him. And I'm going to really take that to heart. I love the legacy you're leaving behind. And I get to see how He lives His life, and it is truly magnificent. And thank you for sharing your wisdom with us. Thank you guys for listening, and I cannot wait to catch you next time. Bye. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to follow us on our other social media platforms. We don't want you to miss out on any future content. Thank you so much again, guys. I hope you have a great day. And I want you to know I am personally praying that your roots stay strong.